Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're gonna find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, the value of XRP transcends the charts. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? So guys, I'd like to take just a moment and talk about our coaching program here. As many of you know, we've been doing this coaching for the last number of months, and the response has been overwhelming. We have literally coached people from every continent on the earth, practically every continent. I don't think Antarctica or the North Pole, but basically every other continent we have coached people. And I'll tell you what, it has been amazing. It's been my absolute pleasure to meet with such genuine people and to hear your dreams and your goals, your expectations and all that, and to be able to share what happened for Judy and I in that last bull run and the techniques that we learned, the pitfalls that we went through so that you can avoid them, to pass that on to you. It has been tremendous. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, right now, we're going to have to be pulling back on that. Things are heating up in this space in a really big way. And so we're going to be limiting that to only doing 2 coaching sessions a day. Now, I know even that sounds like a lot, but guys, there have been days where we have literally done coaching one right after another, right from the morning almost to the evening, really helping as many people as we possibly can and getting it out there, all of this information. And for those of you who have taken the coaching, you know that we give way more than we actually advertise in the coaching. And so, hey, it has been a great pleasure. Guys, this is an exciting time. Things are really starting to move in this space. I think we're right on that precipice of seeing this bull run absolutely really start to move, and it'll be a big deal. Now, if coaching is something that you're interested in, think about that. You can write me right there at coaching@thedigital.outlook.com. And in our coaching, for those who haven't heard it in the past, which, a lot of people watching probably have, but needless to say, we go over, our story and what really helped Judy and I see some amazing results. We take a look at your portfolio, and during that time, we want to make sure it's balanced towards your goals. Yes, we help you to develop an exit strategy that's going to work for you. And yeah, we can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering a bunch of techniques. The cost is like $250. Like I say, you can write me right there, coaching@thedigital.outlook.com, all that kind of stuff. But things are changing, guys, and I hope to be able to introduce some of the changes that are coming to this coaching program on Saturday when we do our live stream. It's going to be truly tremendous, but I really think that this is a great time for all of us. Can't wait to see what happens next. Now, guys, if you've been in this space for any time at all, one thing that you know with absolute certainty is that there are so many folks who are absolutely obsessed with just the day-to-day, moment-by-moment price action for XRP. Their emotions are up when it's up, they're down when it's down, and it's all over the place. And guys, you've heard me say it. Hey, our focus needs to be on the future, on what the utility of this represents. And when you're only focused on that tunnel vision about price, you miss out on the big picture. Guys, just take a look at this article right here. And this is Black Swan Capitalist. And guys, this is somebody I really hope to get on the show one day. But anyhow, listen to this title: XRP True Value lies beyond the charts. And I'll tell you, that is one statement, one of the few that I know for certain I can agree with. Take a listen to this right here. Versen Ajara, the founder of Black Swan Capitalist, a prominent YouTuber, has expressed his unwavering belief in the value of XRP despite the recent decline to the 70-cent level. Ajara asserts that XRP possesses an intrinsic value that goes beyond what can be seen solely on the charts. 100%. Now, listen to this. In a recent tweet, Aljara emphasized that the recent price fluctuations of XRP would not shake his confidence in the cryptocurrency. He shared a video clip featuring Raoul Pal, the CEO and founder of Real Vision, to further support his conviction that XRP holds more value than what is currently reflected in its market. Aljara's comments coincide with XRP's experiencing a decline below the 70-cent threshold for the first time since Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that XRP is not a security. The following favorable ruling in the Ripple lawsuit, XRP briefly surged to 85 cents. Actually, it was 93 cents, guys, wasn't it? But has since faced a downward trajectory. The recent volatility in Bitcoin's price further impacted XRP, causing it to fall to 67 cents during the early hours of the day. And now, at present, at the time that this guy wrote this, XRP is at 68 cents, representing a 6% decrease in the past 24 hours. Now, according to Raoul Pal, the value of XRP is not solely driven by speculation, but by its utility. Pal highlights that the temporary delisting of XRP from several US-based exchanges, such as Coinbase and Kraken, following the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple, indicates the significance of its true value. According to Powell, if XRP's value was purely speculative, its market worth would have diminished significantly after the exchanges delisted it. He emphasizes that a substantial amount of XRP is regularly transacted, demonstrating its utilization and importance within the XRP ledger. Powell speculates that once the Ripple lawsuit reaches its conclusion, XRP's value is likely to experience a significant boost, which we saw that it did. While Judge Annalisa Torres recently issued a summary judgment in favor of Ripple, there is speculation that the case could head to the Second Circuit. That's if the SEC actually appeals it. Now, there's a lot of people that are thinking right now that that is way high up in the air. We don't know for certain what's going to happen. And even if they did appeal it, there's no real guarantee that they're going to win in appeal, is there? As the SEC may appeal the decision, primarily focusing on the aspects where Ripple emerged victorious. While both parties may seek a settlement to the end of the multi-year legal battle, the SEC's recent motion in the Terraform Labs lawsuit indicated its intention to appeal the summary judgment. The outcome of these developments will undoubtedly impact XRP's trajectory. But listen to this, guys. Additionally, Raoul Pal emphasizes the considerable role that the XRP ledger will play in the development of central bank digital currencies. With the world moving towards adopting CBDC, Pal believes that XRPL will occupy a central position in this transformative shift, and we can absolutely see that. I mean, Ripple is the #1 provider for the infrastructure of central bank digital currencies for nation states. You're literally talking about the evolution of money. Ripple, known for its involvement in CBDC initiatives, have partnered with several central banks, including the Central Bank of Montenegro, to explore the potential of central bank digital currencies. To strengthen its position in this domain, Ripple recently unveiled a new platform designed to enable central banks, financial institutions, and governments to create their own blockchain-based digital currencies powered by the XRP ledger. Guys, this is truly, absolutely one of the most fundamental statements that I genuinely believe. The true value of XRP is definitely not in the day-to-day price action that we see in these charts. It is its utility and how it's going to genuinely transform the way the world, in fact, works. Just think of the introduction of the internet. Well, when the internet came in, its killer use case was email. And a lot of people tee-heed about what it was. They didn't even understand it. But look at where we are today. It has transformed the way society functions on an international level. Look at even our social media apps and what we're dealing with. The innovation and the invention that's going to come about in the transition of this new digital economy, when you're talking about distributed ledger technology and its application, it cannot be overstated. We are going to see a major shift. I genuinely believe it as to how the world works. And those of us that have the foresight to see that now, I believe will be in a position to see some of the most greatest wealth transfers that have ever happened in the history of mankind. But a lot of people are generally going to miss it because they're absolutely, number one, oblivious to it, and number two, they're just so biased against it. Now, guys, having talked about that, I want to pull out this little bit right here, because this morning we were talking about how some, legislation is going before some of these congressional committees. Well, today, look at this. Crypto bill passes congressional committee in victory for the industry. And right down here, it's saying a key congressional committee on Wednesday advanced a bipartisan bill that aims to develop a regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies, a milestone for Capitol Hill in its efforts to codify federal oversight for the digital asset industry. The crypto industry has been in the regulatory crosshairs since investors were burned last year by sudden collapse of the Celsius Network, Voyager Digital, FTX, and other companies. The bill passed by the House Financial Service Committee would define when a cryptocurrency is a security or a commodity and expand the Commodity Future Trading Commission's oversight of the crypto industry, while clarifying the Securities and Exchange Commission's jurisdiction, as many crypto advocates complained of the agency's perceived overreach. A handful of Democrats, including Representatives Jim Hines and Richie Torres, joined committee Republicans in voting for the bill. The House Agricultural Committee is scheduled to consider the same bill Thursday. As other jurisdictions in the United Kingdom, Singapore, and Australia have moved forward, and by the way, the United Arab Emirates, with clear regulatory frameworks for digital assets, the United States is at risk of falling behind. We intend to change that today, said Representative Patrick McHenry, the Republican chair of the House Financial Service Committee, at the markup. The markup, where legislation is debated and brought to a vote, paving the way for a full vote by the House of Representatives, is the first time a crypto regulatory bill was put to a vote in Congress. A victory for crypto lobbyists who have pushed lawmakers to provide regulatory clarity for the industry. Guys, this is a major, major milestone. Regulatory clarity is coming for this digital asset space. And I'm telling you, when it comes, the amount of institutional adoption that I think we are going to see is going to be absolutely staggering. You're going to see pension funds, hedge funds, and mutual funds, and all these other organizations that couldn't touch this space, like I say, with a 10-foot pole. But now, guys, they're going to have a legal framework to do it. Now, think about it. When you get that regulatory clarity and that institutional adoption, I'll tell you what, the risk in this space is coming down. Now, for those of us that got in really, really early into this space and took the greatest risk, we're more than likely going to see some phenomenal returns on our investment. That is genuinely what I personally believe. But after that adoption comes, hey, the risk comes down, and with it, the potential for future rewards for those getting in after that regulatory clarity takes place. But guys, even then, there are still people out there stuck with some seriously warped biases. Just listen to this article right here. Now, it's saying up here, XRP ruling irks prominent congressman. This guy literally has to be a blithering idiot, or he's stuck in the past, or he's a total stooge. Listen to what he's actually saying. A recent ruling on the Ripple case, which declared the cryptocurrency XRP as sometimes a security and sometimes not, has drawn sharp criticism from Congressman Brad Sherman. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, we're in elections coming. Remember this guy's name. Known as one of the most vocal critics of cryptocurrency within Congress, Sherman labeled the verdict ridiculous. during a Wednesday congressional hearing. This condemnation comes as part of Sherman's broader critique of the crypto industry, which he has frequently associated with illegal activities and financial impropriety. In the same hearing, Sherman expressed his views on the purpose of cryptocurrencies, arguing that they primarily serve those looking to commit fraud or evade taxes. Guys, he's talking about you and I. I'm telling you what, as a representative for us in the House of Representatives, this is absolutely beyond the pale and totally offensive, because the guy's literally saying that those of us that have any interest in this digital asset space, well, we must be out there to commit fraud, be fraudsters, to rip people off, or we got to be tax evaders. The absolute stupidity of these kind of statements is what a lot of people's biases are going to literally rob them of the future opportunities that are coming. It's going to be absolutely sad, but this is disgusting to get this kind of commentary from a person that has been elected to represent the people. Now listen, he warned against the illicit uses of cryptocurrency, highlighting the concerns about human trafficking, sanction violations, and tax fraud. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, you want to talk about those kind of things? Talk about the U.S. cash. The dollar, people in the human trafficking. Look, I was a federal officer, and I can tell you a lot of illicit activities happen with cash more than they happen with any other instrument. That's a fact, Jack. Now, listen to this. According to Sherman, the very term cryptocurrency implies hidden money, which becomes inferior even to the Uigurian peso once its hidden aspect is removed. This guy is an absolute blithering idiot. We need to vote these people. They're dinosaurs. Vote them right out of the office. And I'm sure there are people in his jurisdiction and Brad Sherman's jurisdiction that are buying and trading on cryptocurrencies, and it is not because they're interested in doing any illicit activity, committing fraud, or even evading taxes. This is absolute utter nonsense. But this is the kind of stuff that comes out from these so-called leaders that have been coining this market for decades in this space. And literally, well, at least in the last 10 years, this is the same old narrative we've been hearing all the time. It's just completely ridiculous. But I just wanted to show you that, hey, even though we're moving forward, there's still people that are so stuck in the past, so cemented in their bias that they'll absolutely miss one of the greatest life-changing opportunities in the history of mankind. And as many, and listen, the blind leading the blind, they are going to lead a lot of people out there to miss it as well. That's at least my thinking. We need to vote these kind of guys out of office for sure. Now, listen to this little article right here. XRP verdict. SEC appeal could actually amplify Ripple's landmark victory. And this is coming out of the chief legal officer for Ripple, Stuart Alderoty. Did an absolute fantastic job. Stuart Alderoty, legal chief at Ripple, has dismissed concerns about a likely appeal by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to the historic XRP ruling earlier this month. Alderoty said the company is prepared in the event of an appeal by the SEC. In fact, he believes such a move could see the company further consolidate its win over the watchdog. The SEC recently suggested that it was mulling over an appeal of the Ripple ruling as per a filing on the ongoing legal brawl against Terraform Labs and its founder Do Kwon. Speaking on TechCrunch podcast on Wednesday, Ripple's chief legal officer Stuart Alderoty maintained that XRP is not an investment contract and that the Ripple legal team would not back down from an appeal initiated in the court by the SEC. We think the judge got that right, and we think that that was a faithful application of the law, and I think a court of appeals will not only affirm that, but maybe even amplify that to even a greater extent. Federal District Judge Annalisa Torres ruled on July 13th that XRP, the token that powers Ripple's payment networks, is not necessarily a security on its face, except for instances when it was offered to hedge funds and other institutional buyers. This was largely considered a glorious triumph for Ripple and the crypto industry at large. Last week, the SEC expressed its displeasure with the verdict and hinted that it would later challenge it. Well, let's see them actually do it, and let's see what happens in appeal. And I'm telling you, they lose in the Second Circuit. I'm telling you what, they are going to look like mud on their face. The risks are so high if they lose. SEC staff is considering the various avenues that are available for further review and intends to recommend that the SEC seeks such a review, the agency's lawyers noted. Boy, we'll talk about that language. Review. Well, does review equal appeal? I don't know. Do you? Eldorado further forecasted that the SEC would begin losing ongoing cases where it attempts to contend that crypto assets are securities. Our case and the decision rendered by Judge Torres will comfort other judges that the SEC is just misguided. Another Ripple's win in court lifted a regulatory cloud that had hung over the project for years. Eldorado noted that the coast is still not clear regarding where crypto stands in the eyes of U.S. law. The chief legal officer also criticized the SEC's regulation by enforcement approach that has effectively stifled crypto in America. We still need a national, comprehensive, and understandable regulatory framework for the crypto industry in the U.S. Eldorado poised. Because of the SEC's refusal to faithfully apply the law, the U.S. has been visibly falling behind the rest of the world. Guys, we can see regulatory clarity is on the way. Don't let them shake you out it's like digging for gold and you're literally a foot and a half away from striking the mother lode, and then you just give up because it feels like it took way too long. Guys, we can see the future is coming. We can see the world is moving into a major digital economy. And we're talking about innovation and invention that is going to transform how we interact in our communication, how we interact in our finances, our digital identities, so many facets of how the world works. And you can see it right before your very eyes. Don't let them talk you out of it, guys. It is going to be probably one of the biggest and most fundamental shifts. They're calling it the fourth industrial revolution, and it is going to be a powerful, powerful change and literally going to change our lives in an amazing, amazing way. So guys, this is the video I have for you today, and as always, I truly hope that you enjoyed it. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And hey, don't forget to drop your comments right down there in the comment section and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our regularly released videos. So, in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.